Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead. Let it out. Go ahead.
Called it. Nailed it. Nobody believed in the Detroit Lions except for one man. One man who literally believes in the underdogs with every ounce of his being every year. Not only did I believe in Dan Campbell and his group of men, but they went into Kansas City and slapped around the world champions like they were nothing. Like they were nothing. Full strength, Kansas City Chiefs, peak Kansas City Chiefs. Zero excuse, Kansas City Chiefs getting their 3 toes and 1 butthole kicked by Dan Campbell and the units.
Weren't
I
the
put an
Chiefs
asterisk on everybody in the NFL who didn't pick the Lions.
Oh, baby. We here.
Steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is a G, a P, S. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
The S stands for MVS. Is the only guy who can catch in Kansas City.
Yeah. Listen, we have a lot to talk about. We had actual frickin' football last night. But on top of that, it was good. It was good football. It was a good game. And of course, the Detroit Lions came out and they beat the reigning, defending
Guillermo.
Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. And listen, I know that there's going to be some damage control going on today. There's going to be 2 things that are going to happen today, Perno. One, there's going to be I knew the Lions were going to be good. There's going to be
a lot of fake knowers out there.
There's a lot of oh, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. 1. 2, there's going to be they had Travis Kelce was out and Chris Jones was out and all this stuff.
Chris Jones was there.
Here's what I'm going to say. I don't think the Chiefs are going to suck this year. I don't.
No, come on.
But here's what I'm going to say is that this is something that has been building for years with the Detroit Lions. As soon as they started going, when Penei Sewell fell to them when the Bengals didn't draft him, I was like, damn, that's a really good pick. And they have been hitting on these drafts. Aiden Hutchinson looked like a stud last night. He was constantly in the
Imagine how good Aiden Hutchinson's going to look when he's not going up against a lineman who's allowed to cheat every play.
Dude, trust me, we're going to talk about that. But the point is regardless of injury, regardless of anything, what the Lions did is they went in to Arrowhead. They beat the opponent in front of them, which is the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, which is not an easy thing to do in Arrowhead week 1. So no, I don't care about injury. That's impressive. You can't take that away from the Lions. That's impressive as well.
It's actually it's like the Lions and the Bengals shaking hands as the only teams who can go into Arrowhead and win.
Well, and that's the thing too. Before we get into talking to actual football, the freaking Joe Burrow contract dropped as the game started, and they're like, "Yeah, take that." Do you think there was a little you know what?
Let's announce it during that Chiefs game. Yeah,
F the Chiefs. Why not? Why not?
No, okay, Tampa. If Tampa Bay tries to thank the Chiefs for letting them win a Super Bowl and sending them Mike Evans, I will be irate. I'm sure the Chiefs are calling around the league right now, we need a receiver. They're probably calling DeAndre Hopkins, sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
That's the thing about the Chiefs. Both teams. I don't think either team played to their potential in that game, okay? And for as much attention as Kadarius Toney's getting for dropping 1 billion passes in that game. Of course, one going the other way.
Oof.
Marvin Jones dropped 2 or 3 passes
Fumbled.
for Detroit, fumbled in the red zone.
First time.
Yeah, ever. So the Lions left points on the board as well. They don't have Jamison Williams. So, I think there's a chance he's essentially some weeks will be their number 1 receiver. Obviously, I think he's the number 2 guy behind Amon-Ra. So, I think both have a lot to be desired in their passing game. We saw just how important Travis Kelce is to their offense and keeping it running. Specifically, when Mahomes needs a play, he's going to just catch the football. Even if it's not a big play, he'll catch it, right? So the Chiefs, as bad as all those receivers looked, I don't think that's going to continue every week. All of those guys are not going to drop all of those passes. We've seen Kadarius Toney play well. So, I want to be one of the people saying, oh, no, the Chiefs are doomed. The Chiefs are doomed. I think a lot of those guys will play better. You saw Mahomes give them all opportunities in clutch situations. So, that's fine. And then, of course, Chris Jones will return at some point, and their defense will be better because of it. But both teams can play better. And I think Jahmyr Gibbs only had 7 carries, and he just looked very, very good. And I think come week 4 and they trust him more in pass pro and he gets a little more involved in the offense, that's going to be a big boost for Detroit as well. But damn, that game was a close game. Didn't know who was going to win all the way until late in the fourth quarter. There was a whole ref scandal going on because the Chiefs were cheating. It was just fun. It was a fun football game. And I didn't even care that Taylor was getting away with false starting and also not lining up on the line of scrimmage. But the fact that everybody noticed it, everybody, and then NBC had to address it for a good 2 minutes was poetic.
Dude, but I was talking about this during the stream. I noticed it last year that I was and it was throughout, because I watched every effing primetime game. I saw that there'd be little jumps, and it's not, I want to be very clear, it's not the foot going back. It's not the foot going back. So it's not what's allowed, because technically they're allowed to rock back on their foot and it wouldn't be considered a false start. But I mean, what you saw last night, not to the extent, but legitimately just guys jumping a little bit early and it's not getting called. The Packers were doing it last year. And I was okay, this is
it happens. If it's close. But what you don't see is a guy being allowed to line up that far off the line. Dude. That's a huge advantage against an edge rusher.
Yeah.
And it made a difference because Aiden Hutchinson was all over the place.
Yep.
I think the thing that I thought was weird too is when Collinsworth and Tirico and the booth official broke it down. First, the booth official's just this is egregious. This is a huge disadvantage for the Lions. And then Collinsworth had the balls to blame Detroit. Here's Collinsworth with Mahomes. And then, maybe Detroit should tell the officials what's going on here. Maybe the NFL, who we have asked for every year to have more communication with the officials to correct some of these things live while they're happening. Just, hey, right tackle lining up off the line every play. Correct it. Boom. Problem solved. But no, Mahomes the Lions should have snitched, should have ratted this guy out. That's weird. And then Tirico literally had to clarify. So Terry McCauley, can you tell us what Jawan Taylor's doing wrong here? I'm not talking about him lining up off the line, but it's the false start. I forget which one he had to clarify, but Jesus Christ. I loved it. Because then when the refs did call it, when they finally called it, final drive for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The worst time.
They're just all right, there you go. There you go. The refs are I got you, Lions. No worries. Excellent fitting. Whoop! Appreciate you, Lions. Listen, Dan Camp. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I really want to break down the game. Let's talk about the Burrow thing first, just because we can kind of get that out of the way quicker. But just pretend it's blue. Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow, baby. Kitty goes meow. Appreciate you, X. Yeah, real quick, because I there's so much I want to talk about with this first game. Yes, Joe Burrow, highest paid player in NFL history. That we saw this coming. 5 years, $275 million, $219 million guaranteed, which I actually looked at that and I was like, all right, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Like, that's not too much money. Like, that, like, legitimately, I was like, yeah, that's in like 3 years, that's gonna look phenomenal.
Yeah. I saw like Bills fans thanking Brandon Beane. They're like, Josh Allen's deal looks so good now.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't even like top 5 in, I think, most guaranteed money for any QB out there. And that's just how it works. Every contract, the earlier you do it, the better. My buddy texted me last night, Scott Adamson. He said, that Burrow contract made me do some math. $148,000 every single day for the next 5 years. So go ahead and put it that way. It makes it sound even. Does that make it sound more impressive or less impressive?
Well, you see, it's every day, but then they do off-season work too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like that's like multiple yearly salaries, but
yeah, every day.
Yeah, every day.
Basically, you're getting a teacher salary every day. You made $148,000 a year as a teacher, right? Most overpaid profession in America.
I was in teaching for 6 years, and I ended teaching making $68,000.
That's why schools don't have any money for the kids. They overpay their teachers. From what the literature I read.
The literature.
That's what it says.
Who gave you a book?
You know what else took an L last night, Tom?
All right, let's get back to it. What do you got?
You know what else took an L last night? My pick'ems with Underdog Fantasy.
Dude,
I had 4 pick'ems in that game. I lost all of them. Not even close either. Let's see here. Look at this. Look at all this.
Hey, you got relatively close on that top one.
On one. Oh.
Yeah, you missed that.
I missed like all 4 on one of them.
Yeah, no, that one was bad. That one's not good.
I only had one miss. Oh, what the hell was this one? Jared Goff. I picked higher on fantasy points. Mother liquor.
So I lost. Because I did 2. Because I did 1 for the special, right?
Yeah.
But then Travis Kelce didn't play, and I picked the over, so that didn't work out very well. And then I got 4 out of 5, or I'm sorry, 3 out of 4 wrong for the other one. I got David Montgomery getting a touchdown, but Pacheco had 23 rushing yards. It was gross.
Yeah, I actually was smart, and I took Kelce on the under or the lower. Sorry, took him lower. God, don't say the wrong word. Lower on a lot of the lineups because I was like, those fantasy points are a little high. Week 1, this was before the injury. I was like, if the Lions are going to key on anyone, it's Travis Kelce. I feel like other guys are going to have to make plays to win this game. But then I was just wrong about everything else. But right now, over at Underdog, new customers, once you make that $100 deposit, you're going to get the match from Underdog. They'll match your deposit. But you get the Pick'em Mystery Player Special. This one, it's the same offer, just 2 different graphics.
I like the blue guy.
I like this one.
I like the
highest paid player on earth in Joe Burrow.
Okay, nobody's saying the Chiefs are going to be bad, and if they are, they're doing it in bad faith. Like, I don't know a logical person who's looking at it and be like, wow, the Chiefs are going to be garbage. They're done. Because it is week 1. Week 1. But no, like, let's be very honest. Like, that was a very impressive win for the Detroit Lions, who I think shut up a lot of people last night. And like, yeah, their organization should be super. Listen, I'm a Packers fan, right? Lions been kicking our ass for the past 2 seasons. I even am like, it's hard to be like, damn, good for them. Like, listen, when they play the Packers, I hope they get stomped into the ground. But like last night, I'm like, that's a huge win for the franchise, for the fans, for the organization. Like Ford Field next week for their like home opener in Detroit is going to be insane. Don't worry, we'll talk about Brian Branch because you know what? Let's talk about Brian Branch.
The Brian Olive Branch.
Okay. So if you are a fan of the channel, you know. Oh, sorry. Did you want to continue?
It's weird. Good.
Sorry, I'm about
We'll
to
make
go
some
off.
pick'ems in a little bit. Trust me.
There you go. Dude, no, he was always going to get it. He was always going to be the highest paid player. Always. Anyway, Brian Branch. I really wanted the Packers to draft him. I know that they wouldn't. His RAS score was a bit low, but he's good in run defense. He looked really
score?
RAS score?
His Riz score?
Nope. Sorry, ZZ. So anyway, he looked good in college. He was the best safety in the draft, like the best prospect coming out. And I was like, yeah, I would really like it. The Packers traded out of the position that the Lions wound up drafting him, and we got like a 5th round in return. And Brian Branch, you know how I know he's been having a good camp, Brandon? You know how I know? Because every effing time that Brian Branch does anything positive, anything, the amount of times that I get tagged on every social media platform there is, and it's just like, hey, Tom, did you see this? Oh, did you see this interception? Oh, look at this pass breakup. And I'm just like, oh, it's great. And then last night, I'm streaming, and guess who gets a pick 6? Yes, it was a gift. It was a gift, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it had to be Brian Branch. Couldn't have been anybody else. Could have been Kirby Joseph for all I cared. But no. That's
I'll tell you what I think about Mike.
Stupid.
No, this is good. This is good for the Lions. The Lions just went in and they beat the Chiefs, right? They're going to get a lot of love today. Well, guess what? Now they've got some bulletin board material to keep them motivated for at least one more week. Dan Campbell can be like, look, man, this is how Dan Campbell talks. We just beat the world champions, and they're saying we got an asterisk next to the fucking win. Let's go out there and rip whoever's kneecaps off next week. It's perfect for the Lions. You want that. You want to win, and you want somebody to doubt you, so you got more material for motivation. Easy. Lions fans, embrace that. Thank Mike Tirico, just like you should be thanking Kadarius Toney.
Okay. All right. It's just it's week 1, so it's not like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen for the rest of the year. It's a big win for the Lions, and the Chiefs they need to fix things, and so the Lions though, like they definitely do. So,
and the Chiefs will, like, Travis Kelce will be back.
Fine.
That'll make such a huge difference. And Isaiah Pacheco looked great for Kansas City. It's like, just get him the ball a little bit more. They'll figure it out. It will be interesting, though, like, to see now what, like, Eric Bieniemy does in Washington. If, like, the Chiefs' offense looks a little bit worse, even though there's, like, other reasons that it might be looking worse, you know what I mean? Like, not having a legit number 2 receiver outside of Travis Kelce. But if the Washington offense overperforms, and Eric Bieniemy is going to have, like, a great reason to be like, I should be a head coach, you idiots. Look at what I did in Washington. Darnell Washington touchdown week 1 confirmed. Ooh.
It's just everybody that I ever wanted. I mean, except Patrick Queen and Denzel Mims. They didn't do too well. That one was okay. But dude, it's just I want to show this clip too. This got put in the mod chat. So this is from Brad Holmes. I don't know if you saw this from last night.
Coolest GM on earth.
Like, dude, like, come on now. Like, how could you not? Like, dude, like, he's pumped. He's pumped because the amount of, even last night during the game, like, that fumble happens or they go 3 and out and they're like, same old Lions. Like, it's just, and I'm just like, guys, like, that was that is one of their win against the Packers last year in week 18 was enormous. This one, like, even bigger.
It's a great win. And also, like, shout out to Lions fans for showing up at Arrowhead like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Lions fans there.
They were in Ford Field. There was a ton of Lions fans at Ford Field watching the game.
They're excited. Dude. Football is back in Detroit.
It's going to be insane. Last year, after Hard Knocks, their home opener was insane. Next week against Seattle, Oh, dude, it's going to be crazy.
Oh,
It's
if they
going to be
beat
crazy.
Seattle, if they beat the Chiefs in Seattle for me back-to-back weeks. You thought I was on the Lions bandwagon before. Oh my God, Detroit.
This, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, listen, we've seen the fakes before. We know that Dan Campbell is willing to do whatever, but inside your own 20 is 4th down, and you're playing the freaking Chiefs week 1. Like, dude, I was just like, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
It was like both Dan Campbell and Andy Reid before the game were like, hey guys, when we get into 4th down, we're not going to give a fuck. Okay. 4th and 20, we're going for it for the Chiefs. 4th and short on our own 17, first quarter, we're going to go like going for it on 4th and short on your own 17 against any team is crazy. Doing it against the Chiefs, who are like one of the best red zone offenses on earth. I think it was like Chiefs and Lions were like the 2 best red zone offenses last year. So that's risky. And then they convert, and then they drive down the field and score on that same series. So it was just like it's a gutsy call, set a tone early, saying we're not going to get pushed around. Then they went and scored. It's like a perfect play call because it worked. Had it not, and had Detroit lost,
it would have been bad.
On the chopping block, Dan Campbell's head.
Yeah, pretty much. 2-0! Boop! Faith for the kitty. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think a lot of pick'ems were wrong yesterday. Brandon's like, not mine. Mine's fine. Mine is.
I stuck with it too. Power rankings. Rode the Lions. On my pick'ems. On clickbait. And yes, I wanted the Chiefs to lose, but it just felt like a game the Lions were going to win. Yeah. And then once Kelce got hurt, I was like, oh, yeah, now I'm actually leaving the Kool-Aid I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I know they always try and beat me up to the cheeseburger stand.
An old Benkert, boy.
21-20.
Called the exact score.
Yep. This could be so much fun. Let's go on, Vanessa. Yeah.
Vanessa from Breckenridge.
Yep. So here's the thing. Dan Campbell does that, but it just speaks to, like, because last night was like a gritty ass win too. Yeah. Because there were some that are like, oh, it might be a shootout, right? And like both defenses might not look so good. It was a gritty win. They had a pick 6, right? In which kind of just it turned the tide completely. They only scored 3 touchdowns. I think there's like good things to take away from like the Chiefs defense. Like at times that looked really good. And for the most part, like was able to contain them. But yeah, man, they are a punch you in the mouth team. Yeah. Like they are. They're just a tough ass, gritty team. You've seen it for the past few years, and you're going to see it, I think, for a vast majority, if not all, of the season.
Damn right, Kevin. Damn right. Code GPS over at Underdog Fantasy. Link in the description to sign up for Underdog. I am an Oracle.
Great.
I'm an Oracle.
Dude, but great game. Congrats to the Lions, legitimately. Please, God, let us beat the Bears.
And one of the best parts about it, boy, Chiefs fans were very quiet on social media for the first time in a long time.
I'll take that.
I tweeted, like, how cool would it be if Jared Goff goes on to win a Super Bowl with the Lions?
Oh, I know you did.
And everybody's like, chill, Perda, it's one game. I know it's one game. But like my thought behind that is, I don't think there's ever been a trade where 2 quarterbacks swap teams and both teams went on to win a Super Bowl with that quarterback, right? Like, that's not something we've ever seen in the NFL. And Lions fans and we were rooting for Stafford, ecstatic that he got that ring. And when that trade happened, everyone's like, Jared Goff's fine. The Lions are going to draft a quarterback. They're going to draft a quarterback. But if they go and win one with Jared Goff, like, that's an insane trade that just worked out for both teams in the craziest way possible. So, like, I want to see that.
Go watch Perna's video on this.
Oh, yeah. We don't know what's going on with Chandler Jones right now.
To your point though, about like at week 1, you don't know what have you. I think depending on how this season goes, because just from my perspective, we've been looking at it of like, okay, like are the Lions going to draft their QB of the future? Because it's not Jared Goff, right? And let's be very honest, when they made that trade, I don't think anybody, including the Lions organization, was like, oh yeah, Jared Goff is our long-term future here.
No. I think like the best optimistic take was like, yeah, they'll be okay with him for a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's not the worst quarterback.
And so now it's like, oh, well, if he can go out there, limit his mistakes, go out and play well, then I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that you do get a Jared Goff extension. I don't know what it would look like, but yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see, because if Goff does well this season, I imagine he's going to get extended.
The only way Jared Goff could become more of a hero is if he agrees to take the lowest salary for a quarterback in the league.
Yeah, he's not going to break any records.
He's like, I will be the vet minimum as a quarterback so this team can keep winning. Oh my God. They would build a statue of him in Detroit. They would just build it right now.
I'm telling you, like.
Oh, wait, is this true?
There's just what?
Hold on. Goff hasn't thrown a pick in 10 games. What did I say? Somebody put it in the chat. Yeah, he's incredibly safe. Like, if you don't make mistakes, and I think the Lions can run the ball better moving forward. So
that's tough. I don't know who had a worse week. Yeah, I saw Tony deleted his Twitter too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he deleted his Twitter. I mean, he was talking a lot of crap, dude. Like, I will never advocate for, like, you know, bullying or any of that garbage or whatever. But dude, like, if you're gonna crap talk, like, Scooter knows this. Legitimately, Scooter literally would just be like, the Cowboys are winning every time and crap all over Eagles fans. And then the Cowboys lose, and he's just like, all right.
Actually, you know how we should have known that it was going to be a rough career for Kadarius Toney? It's because Scooter endorsed him.
You know what? That's valid. That is valid. Yeah, it's just social media is toxic as hell. Well, because it's like Giants fans legitimately hate this man. And Kadarius Toney, I think, hates the Giants and Giants fandom. So it's just like this terribleness where they're like, hey, right there. And they're like, right back at you, buddy. And it's just going back and forth almost every single week.
I know what I'm rooting for now. Okay. It is for Kadarius Toney to have the worst professional season ever. And then if the Lions don't get to the Super Bowl, he single-handedly destroys the Giants in the Super Bowl. Like, how funny would it be? Just a god-awful year, and then in the Super Bowl, he sets like a receiving and touchdown record, and it's against the Giants.
Damn, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's very solid. And I saw is it Ben Solak who broke down because there was like a pass play.
That was great. What Ben did, yeah, that was really, really great.
There was like a play where it was a 3rd and 12 that Goff completed, right? So it's like a good play.
What?
But Amon-Ra St. Brown, like, he's open deep, would have had a touchdown on that play.
Yeah.
Solak broke it down, talking about like what Jared Goff was seeing, that it wasn't part of the progression, and then compared it to Matthew Stafford. Same play, but it was a deep ball to Cooper Kupp against the Bucs in the playoffs.
Fired.
It was just like, that's the difference between Stafford and Goff. Goff's a more aggressive quarterback. And it was just like a nice breakdown because people were bitching that he didn't see Amon-Ra. And as a Broncos fan, I know all too well about complaints about the guys your quarterback doesn't see. So I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, and because here's the thing, too. I know heading into this game, and again, it's just week 1, but even coming from the Chiefs, there was a lot of like, Kadarius Toney's like, he's not injured anymore. And like, Chiefs fans are like, oh my God, yeah, like this is great. You want to see more from Sky Moore. And it just seemed like that didn't come together. But as I have said, and we've talked about on the show, Scooter endorsed Anthony Richardson too. Oh no.
Oh,
That's not.
Anthony Richardson's going to drop a pass this weekend. Guarantee it.
I'm sorry. I lost my entire point of what I was going to make. Alex, I swear to Christ, if the Packers beat the Bears on Sunday, insufferable. I know I'm going to be. I'm going to tell you right now, because I have not talked a lot of crap. And every time that I suggest that the Packers might be okay/good, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So just wait. Now, if the Bears win,
there's going to be a big hole, Tom Diggs, in his backyard that he's hiding in.
It's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a rough time. But like I said, I'll just blame injury. I won't really do that.
The Bears fans remind me of Broncos fans this offseason, right? They just won the offseason. They're very optimistic, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And then it all backfired in our face. So I just caution.
Yeah.
Don't actually see what the product is.
Yeah.
Be cautious.
Don't got to pay a QB. That's how you're able to afford all those things. Just saying. But yeah, the Chiefs, I think, will be fine. They'll be fine. The Lions, as I said on Clickbait, this was the win for them. If they won, they just needed to be competitive, right? And let's just say they lost to a last-second field goal, right?
Sure.
Lions fans, I think, would still be feeling, not great, of course, but they'll be feeling good. They're like, you know what? We went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs, in Arrowhead, what have you. But they effing won.
Yeah.
And so now.
No, that's the thing. That was the Lions for the last 2 years.
Yep.
They felt good about a lot of losses, right?
Yep.
Even last year, there's a lot of close games. Their offense scoring points. Everyone's like, hey, the Lions are close. The year before that, they weren't good, but there were some games where you know what? They're playing well. They're just not winning. So I think if they lost this game and that was the same story, it would not be good. I think they have to get past that. And I think they did. All right. I'm going to bring up my pick. I'm going to make some picks real quick.
I'm a little nervous for Sunday. I'm a little nervous.
You should be.
Because it's just damn. You've seen it for the past, again, if you've been following the Lions, which I have, they are punching people in the face. They are beating the crap out of the Packers. Legitimate. Dude, they embarrassed the Packers that week 18. Embarrassed them. The Lions had nothing to play for except spite, and that was more than enough. And so now heading into this division, it could be a dogfight, but if the Lions play the way that I think they're going to play this year, I've been saying they're the odds-on favorite to win the division.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
last
be
night,
them or the Vikings.
Long way. All right, buddy, hold on. You're going to make some picks.
Yeah, I'm going to make some picks here. Also, see, you said you're nervous. Cole, I saw him tweet before the game, talking about he's anxious, anxiety for the game. As a Chiefs fan, I don't think I would ever be nervous right now. They lost, whatever. You a little bit nervous, new quarterback. I am not nervous at all for the Broncos Raiders game. But that's because I've been through a season of hell. So if the Broncos lose, it's just all right, whatever.
No, I disagree.
I can only be joyful at the end of that game, because if they lose, it's fine. I'm there. That's where I'm at. I'm in the loser mentality.
Wait a minute.
If they win, we will exceed expectations for me. I
really?
will have no nerves.
What happened to Sean Payton?
I'm going to be the calmest I've ever been going into a season opener.
What about Sean Payton? It's he's going to revamp. He's going to look good.
Yes, but he needs time. He needs some time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's logically thinking about it, give him a week. It is week 1. Anyway.
Yeah, what if they lose 41-7?
That would suck. But boy, would my views the next day be pretty good here on YouTube. Pretty good. All right, here on Underdog, the Pick'em games. Yidge right now. We already told you about the special. You sign up with our code GPS. Use the link in the description, the QR code here. You're going to get a mystery Pick'em player, a gimme. Okay, here in Colorado, I can only do higher or lower on fantasy points. So let's build one out. I need you guys to advise me, because clearly I made 4 picks just for the Lions-Chiefs game and lost all of them. Joe Burrow going up against Cleveland, new contract. They're saying 20.35 fantasy points.
Oh,
that's high on fantasy points.
he crazy. He crazy. That is high. See, here's the thing about fantasy points too. That's such like a because again, you could lose points. Like that's
you can have a great game, but say you throw a couple interceptions and it just knocks you back under. I kind of don't want to take the Burrow because I'm not quite sure yet. But I feel like Deshaun Watson.
What do you think, buddy? What do you think?
I feel like higher on Watson because I think he can rush for like 30 or 40 yards in that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to take, but like, do I take higher on Watson? Do I dig to the depths of hell? You know what? Joe Burrow, new contract. He's going to come out. He's going to show that he's worth it. I'm taking higher on Burrow.
Okay.
Ooh, Baker, 14.05 fantasy. So Goff had about 14 last night, I think. Give me higher on Baker. Give me higher on Baker Mayfield.
I like that. Actually. Going against the Vikings defense, which should be better because they have Flores, but
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, give me higher on Pickett. 14. Slam dunk. I got to make one more. I'm only going 4 on this one. I ain't getting too crazy. Ooh, Tua against the Chargers.
What's good old Jordan Love?
Where is Jordy?
What? BS.
Oh, they don't know. They don't even know. They're like, we can't predict this guy.
I picked a lower on Justin Fields.
Ooh.
You know what?
No. I'm gonna take higher on Tua. I think 17.65 is low for Tua. And I'm going to do just 25. 25 on my pick. I'm here for Underdog. Bam. Bam.
They have an Anders Carlson higher or lower on 2 extra points made.
Nice.
We've been having trouble with our new kicker. And they have a line for extra points.
Nice.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough. All right.
So if you want to do higher or lower, pick 'em games. You do it on Underdog. That's the deal. Bam, bam, bam.
They could. Speaking of week 1, let's talk about it. All right. Let's
tight.
Oh yeah, Matthew, they haven't? Tell me, what's Justin Fields' record against the Packers? Oh wait.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite things from that last thing from Lions game. The fan had the Jared Goff has never lost to Patrick Mahomes sign.
He's undefeated.
Oh, yeah. What a nice
that's going to burn like a tiny bit too. Like a tiny. I want to know, how long does it take? How long does it take for, wait a minute. How long does it take for Lions fans to become insufferable? Legitimate. Over, under 2 seasons.
I mean, they got to win a Super Bowl for them to become insufferable.
You think so?
Yeah. You lose in the playoffs, that's a gut punch. You lose the Super Bowl, it's another gut punch. Like, Bengals fans aren't insufferable, I don't feel like.
I mean, but here's the thing. Bengals fans will tell you this, they were talking a lot of crap for that AFC Championship game. 1. And also, I disagree with your assessment, because the Cowboys, they haven't won a Super Bowl in like 25 years, and they're still doing it every year.
Here's the honest truth is every fan base is insufferable when their team is winning.
Jets. Duh. Yeah. See, like, here's the thing. The Lions, as a division rival, I'm still like, good for Lions. Hope they don't beat the Packers. Hope the Packers beat them. Don't want to do anything that's negatively going to impact the Packers. So I'm like, good for the Lions. Jets, I'm like, if Rodgers does well, cool. For the fan base, nope. Nope. Yeah. Like, nope. No,
I feel like Chargers fans are kind of similar within my division. They know. All
right, let's talk about some week 1 games, my friend.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we got some good ones. There's some games, dude, that are tough. It's like Dolphins Chargers. Dude. That should be there's also a rivalry between the Chargers and Dolphins just because it's the Herbert versus Tua conversation. So
awesome.
every time, like, even if they're not even playing one another and it's just a completely different game, one's playing the Texans and one is playing like the Lions, they'll be like, Justin Herbert looked better than Tua today. Like, just completely out of pocket for no reason.
Yeah. Here, let me bring up the games for us.
But I think that game is going to be really, really good. Yeah. You know what that game should be? Oh, look at you. Look at you. You just wanted to rub it in people's faces.
Look at me and the 12%ers.
Look at you. Look at you.
No, I brought it up for the visual. Okay.
Yeah.
And because I did this yesterday and I already can't remember any teams that I picked.
That's fair. That's fair.
Look at this.
That game is going to be good. Like the Panthers Falcons, like that's just a tough game to predict.
Yeah. I took Atlanta just solely based on the fact that I think they're going to be able to run the ball better. Give me Bijan and Tyler Algier beating the Panthers.
Yeah.
You're probably within the division. That could be fair.
Yeah, like even Bengals Browns, like I think that could be sneaky good.
Yeah, I took the Browns like at home.
Ugh.
I know.
Ugh.
But like, Yeah,
I mean,
I'm trying to get a leg up in the pick'ems, right? 13% taking Cleveland. I think the Bengals and Browns are closer. Like if Watson's decent, then those teams are closer than that sort of margin there.
Well. So, first of all, what group are you picking out of right now? You have your own little pick'ems? Or?
Yeah, it's for the Patreon.
Gotcha.
I don't have the 6th biggest pick'em league on earth, Tom.
About to get 5, baby. I'm about to get that top 5.
Damn. Double damn.
Listen, possibly we roll deep. Yeah, Jaguars, that one. I got the Jags winning that. This game. Oh, good. Do you want to talk about Jaguars?
Well, I was just going to say, like, the Colts can lose this game, but if Anthony Richardson just plays well, Colts fans will be happy, right? Correct. To me, it's a lot like the Bears last year. They can lose all the freaking games, but hey, Justin Fields looking good. Yep. Same mentality for Colts fans going into this one, especially with all the drama surrounding that team right now. Ugh.
There's a little drama. There is a little drama there. That game could be a weird game, too. I would not be surprised if Buccaneers and Vikings is actually really competitive.
Oh, man. If the Vikings win and the Bears win and the Packers are the only NFC North team with a loss?
Nope.
That's going to be bad.
Don't even put it into the universe. Don't do it, Brandon. Wait a minute. Who are the Chargers? What if the Chargers lose and the Broncos win? You'll be number 1 in the division. Yeah. You will be number 1 in the division.
Yeah.
That would be pretty phenomenal, honestly.
Yeah.
So, Godspeed. Yeah. If the Vikings lose to Baker Mayfield, I'd be so happy.
How good do you think Alexander Madison's going to be for the Vikings this year? Like, we're all kind of high on him, right? Because he's taking over the workload. We've seen him be like a solid back, but is he like that true number 1 dude? I don't know yet.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, he has like 850 yards this season, like somewhere around like maybe 650 to 850. Like, I do. I think I've watched Madison. Like, he is a good player. I'm curious to see like what he's going to look like given the number 1 role.
Because that's always like a weird thing with running backs where like some guys look really good, but it's because they kind of just work as that number 2 back. They're fresh, but when they're asked to carry the load, it doesn't work out. But they've got Ty Chandler and Myles Gaskins behind him. Like, he has to be the dude for them.
Yeah, he has to. He definitely has to. I mean, again, he's not Dalvin Cook, right? Dalvin Cook, I think, is better. But I think he's just going to be like a solid back who's going to get, 15, 20 carries, something like that. That's it.
All right.
Ooh. See, that was a tough game.
I think this is a close game.
the North. It started yesterday, and it's continuing today. All right, so you got Titans, though.
Yeah, these teams to me are similar in that, like, they're going to be good, but nobody's really going to think they're, like, really good.
What?
They're going to be good football teams, but they're not going to get the attention. Like, oh, you got to watch out for them. They're both could be sneaky good football teams.
Yes, I agree with that. I mean, the Saints are going to be favorites to win their division. The Titans are not. I mean, I think that they'll be competitive for the division, but I think it's the Jaguars' division to lose.
Yeah. Man, I took a lot of the underdogs. Damn, I didn't realize that.
You did. I mean, you said you liked the underdog.
You took Pittsburgh too, though, right? You're on the Steelers for this game?
This was before the Bosa.
Yeah, me too.
Re-signing. But yeah, no, like maybe I'm just a little bit too much on like the Kenny Pickett hype train right now. But no, like I think he looked good. And I think with a better offensive line, and I don't know about Brock Purdy yet. Like coming off an injury and stuff like that. So I was like, maybe he looks a little rusty.
Yeah. So. But I think Brock Purdy against like what I expect to be a really good Steelers defense. That'll be the question there.
Yeah.
Steelers at home too. Like it's not a knock on the 49ers. I think they're going to be very good, but like this is going to be a fun game.
But also like the 49ers and the Bears game. I know it was like a sloppy mess because it was the rain too, but like I think you said this, right? Week 1, anything happens. Like it's week 1. It doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of just like outlook for the rest of the season. It don't mean diddly squat. So
21% taking the Steelers. So
yeah,
we're them Steelers fans. They travel well to all the games, but they can't travel to pick them and pick their team.
It's true.
Come on, Steelers fans.
Yeah, 10%. I think that's a little high for the Cardinals. Like that actually. That's the biggest shock of all of these pick'ems right now. The fact that
if we had like a lock of the week segment, Tom, this would be my lock of the week. No chance in hell Arizona beats my sleeper team, the Washington Commanders.
Well, see, if we were doing an eliminator like thing,
like a Survivor League, right?
Yeah, I would pick this would be the most confident all year I am in the Commanders and being like, yeah, that one.
You could argue like to win your Survivor League, you just take whoever's playing the Cardinals. Like that would be a good strategy.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like the Rams do it twice, the 49ers do it twice.
Yeah, sure, you got to make some other ones, but like for the most part, that gets you a lot of wins, I think.
I would love to do a Survivor Pool League. I think they have it on ESPN.
Yeah. Somebody reached out for like a sponsor to do one of those.
Yeah, I got those too. It was like gambling crown. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Ravens, Texans, 2% pick the Texans. I imagine it's just like those like 3 Texans fans and one of them accidentally hit the wrong selection.
Wow. More people think the Cardinals can beat the Commanders than the Texans can beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I think the Texans are better than the Cardinals. Like, if the Texans were playing the Cardinals, I'm taking Houston.
It's quality of opponent, though, because everyone's like, no, the Ravens are good. Like, that's why Lamar Jackson is, like, the #1 projected fantasy QB this week.
Right.
I hate you.
Look at 70. Bears fans are high. They are high as fuck right now.
You know what? Screen. Yes, they are. Yeah, sold out. Good for the Commanders.
Nice.
Screen 30. I swear. Oh my God. Brandon.
This is just a gut pick. And I'm not even saying like I think the Packers are bad. I'm not saying the Packers are going to have a bad season, Tom. I just feel like
I even picked the Broncos. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm going to let you talk, Brandon. You give me your analysis as to why the Bears are going to beat the Green Bay Packers.
DJ Moore. I'm just going to say one guy, DJ Moore.
No.
Yeah.
I want to hear your in-depth analysis. You can't say just DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Who's great?
Okay.
Who's great?
You're going to have problems with him. You're going to have problems with Justin Fields running the football. Okay? That's just going to happen. It's going to happen. Also, the main reason I picked it, I thought Jordan Love, very solid preseason. Okay. The same thing, though, I'm concerned with other guys who had solid preseasons, including Kenny Pickett, is how do they perform for an entire football game? And I just don't know yet on Jordan Love. It's not an opinion of whether I think he's good or bad. I'm just saying through the course of an entire football game, I have yet to trust it. But also, the final nail there, I was on the fence. It's Christian Watson, Romeo.
Dobbs.
Wherefore out that injured Romeo Dubs?
Dobbs.
If you watched him in college, which I did not, but Will did, it's Dubs.
It's Dobbs. I wish it was Dobbs. That's what I called him first, but then he corrected.
They're both injured.
What?
They're both hurt.
I'm telling
Even if who returned to practice?
Romeo Dobbs returned to practice. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Watson, hopefully, like if he practices today, we'll see.
What did they hurt? What was Watson?
Hamstring. It was hamstring.
Oh yeah, he fucked.
Romeo had a hamstring too, and he's back.
Yeah, that means they might play, but they ain't 100%.
Luke Musgrave season, baby.
Literally like the biggest muscle group in your body. When you're a wide receiver, that slows you down.
Bruh.
I just like
Bruh.
Things are stacking against Green Bay for this game.
I agree. If we don't have like Dobbs or Watson, like that's going to be tough. I still pick the Packers.
Yeah, you should.
Brandon, now see, you just talk about chip on shoulders and Tirico saying the Lions. If the effing Raiders win on Sunday and the Packers win, I'm going to be insufferable to you too. It's going to be week 1. I don't care. Week 1. I'll act like a Bears fan. Like winning against a division rival is our Super Bowl. That's fine. And that's the thing too. It's not even just a division rival. It's the Bears. Because they've talked so much crap. If the Bears fans were like, you know what? Like, I think they'll have a good season, better. I would agree with them. I think they're going to have a good season. It's going to be better than it is last year. But no. They just had to go above and beyond. And I'm going to be talking down, baby. I'll be talking to our mutual friend today, Adam Rank, and I'm going to let him know.
Oh, you're talking to Ranky?
I am.
Nice.
Dude. There's one of two things that are going to happen. If the Packers win, I might literally just show up on Monday, like in a robe, maybe. Like just, I'll wear the kimono. Well, I'll do that. One. And if they lose, I might not show up. I'll see how long I could go without talking on GPS. I love Scooter yesterday too. It was like, we need to get Tom to start talking here.
Yeah, he knows.
All right, where'd it go? Bring it back.
Oh, you want me to bring that back?
Yeah, we're still talking about games. All right, scroll down.
What's there to talk about? Broncos win.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, we have a lot of games.
There's the Raiders, Broncos. There they are.
Sorry.
There they are.
I honestly was like Broncos Raiders last game of the week.
I don't disagree. I do need a Packers kimono. I'm gonna look that up and see if that exists. Could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. I think the Raiders are kind of a mess right now. We'll see. Maybe the Chandler Jones thing kind of galvanizes the rest of the team. I don't know yet. But I feel a little bit better about the Broncos winning after like it just being a weird week for the Raiders. So Javonte Williams going to get a lot of carries. Also, that makes me feel very positive about the Broncos. Russell Wilson not going to be asked to do things he's not good at anymore. Nathaniel Hackett, we won't have any clock issues week 1. And he definitely won't kiss any babies after this game. So
this is on sale.
I took the Eagles over the This is insane to me. Only 6% taking New England, who I think is going to be they've got good defense, good football team. I think this game's going to be close. But yeah, I took the Eagles. Whoa, look at that.
That does not look good. Like that looks honestly horrible. Okay.
Poshmark.
Okay.
That doesn't look posh at all.
They will. The Packers will have a better season. They will.
We'll see.
We're not ready to talk about that right now.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Oh, you want to make a bet, Brandon?
No, I'm not doing bets right now.
As you just bet. Continue. Wait, where'd you put the teams? We still got games.
Well, you took the screen off.
That's on me. You know what? You're right. That's on me. That's on me. That is.
You can't just blame everything on me by default.
You know what?
Okay?
I'm just used to it.
What'd you do, Brandon?
Yeah, that's on me. That one.
It's
that
fair.
one.
It's a little bit fair. It's a little fair.
To be fair. Yeah, Eagles, I think it could be a sneaky good game. Like if the defense really disrupt, because I think Coleman was talking about this too.
Yeah. Like even when the Patriots were 8-8 last year, their defense was still pretty dang good. So, and Bills had what, like 3 or 4 months to prepare for this game. So,
yeah.
All right. This is, oh man, this one was tough. This one was tough, but
I leaned Dolphins, but I picked the Chargers. And only reason I did is because maybe Tua was a bit rusty after not playing for a while, and it's in LA. So I was like, if it was in Miami, I got Dolphins all day.
You mean the home game on the road?
I still think Dolphins are going to win.
2-on.
But I picked
2-on convinced me. Dolphins going to win. Also, Mike McDaniel having the best line in the ESPN Peyton Manning video convinced me. Yeah, it's just like, look, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I don't think the Chargers can slow them both down. Just don't think so. And the real reason, Vic Fangio on Miami's defense. He knows the Chargers. He knows them well. Broncos were terrible, but their defense was still very, very solid. So yeah, I like the Dolphins defense with him. Even though the Chargers probably have more talent on their defense, but we'll see.
Yeah.
This was an easy pick. I took
Seahawks.
Seattle. As soon as we knew Cooper Kupp was hamstringing it.
Ooh, wait a minute. You picked the Giants over the Cowboys?
Yeah, baby. 28%.
Interesting.
And it's not even like a Cowboy hater sort of thing. I just think in New York,
Jersey.
Yes, correct. Jersey. Giants, better coach team. Do they have receivers? We don't know yet. I think the Cowboys made some improvements. I think Brandon Cook's going to be huge for them.
I do too.
But I don't know. I think.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying playing in Miami is so much worse because.
I think the Giants are just a tougher football team.
Ooh,
tougher football team.
Okay.
Cowboys are a finesse team these days.
So are the Packers. I mean, like that. But oh my God, Brandon, I love you. Because thank you. I had a full-blown conversation about that when we were in Green Bay with all these other Packers creators. And they're a finesse team. And that's why teams like the Giants back in the day, the 49ers, like the Jets, like all those teams that just punch you in the mouth, like the Lions of we just lose. Because they just come in, they're like, no, we're going to kick your ass. Yeah. I'm curious to see if guys like Thibodeau take that next step this year. Because I think while he played okay last year, I think the Giants are expecting more.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's that division's so weird. But I love Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence on that line. In addition to Thibodeau, there's just a big physical group up front. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to be able to run well against them. So it's going to put a lot of the heat on Dak in the passing game. And I don't know. Maybe Dallas, wins. A lot of people think they will. They're a good football team. But once I learned Dak Prescott had to be put to sleep to get an 11-hour tattoo.
Brandon, you can't.
He literally quoted that.
You have to say sedated. You can't start a sentence with Dak Prescott had to be put to sleep. You can't do that, Brandon.
He said he's not scared of anything. I would say you're scared of getting an 11-hour tattoo if you have to be sedated to get it.
That is true.
And I'm a Dak fan. I love him, but I think, cursed. And then the game we will be streaming together, Tom.
This is
Battle of New York.
This was actually my least confident pick of the week. I picked the Bills, and I do not believe in it.
Oh, I do.
I don't. It's a feeling I have. I picked the Bills still because I was like, all right, I'm gonna go against my gut, which always works out.
Yeah.
But
you got fire in your gut, Tom?
I got something in my gut. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the Bills. I hope to see it. I hope that they come out just like rocking. I don't know, man. I have this weird feeling about the Bills this year. It's just this. It's a weird. Because I got it last year. I know they were super injured, and I was like, oh, the Bengals are gonna kick the crap out of them. Like they looked horrible, and again, they were really banged up. They looked horrible in that Dolphins game. They looked horrible in that Bengals game. And I know that now people are healthy except Von Miller, so it's better. But I got a weird feeling. I don't know if they've done enough to get over the hump. But, I mean, Bills fans are another fandom that was very happy about last night. Because
I think the Jets are like the safer pick here. Like,
yes, I agree.
It just depends on how quickly Aaron Rodgers and that offense clicks. And there's a good chance because he's familiar with it, because Hackett's there. It won't be like Tom Brady trying to figure shit out with the Bucs. So, Russell Wilson was not good. Well, he wasn't good all season, but like week 1, you're like, oh, there's just some like things here. So, but also Nathaniel Hackett was the coach for the Broncos week 1 last year. So,
it's for the idea is because you bring up the Tom Brady thing, right? He plays the Saints week 1. They don't look good, right? It took them till a bye week really to get going. Then they didn't lose another game and they won the Super Bowl. For here, like the fact that Lazard's there, Cobb is there, familiarity, Hackett's there.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Von Miller is out, just because against that weaker offensive line, it's just going to be interesting to see like how good the Jets look, because if the Jets come out and they win that game and they win it like decisively, oh boy, it's going to be
Bills fans will panic, but
it's going to be a crap show, dude.
Jets have the better defense right now. I'm confident about that. They have the better running backs, although their running backs are hurt for this game. So that's kind of a wash to me. I think in the long run, they've got the better running backs. Bills have better ball catchers, though. Like outside of Garrett Wilson, there's a lot of
completely agree.
Like, maybe if that relationship isn't clicking with him and Rodgers, then I think
Davis just needs to not drop passes.
Yeah, receiving game. So like for this game, I feel like it's a little bit closer. I think we'll just wait and see. But if the Jets win, I think it's because their defense is going to be really good, and I think Josh Allen, better quarterback over Aaron Rodgers right now.
All right.
I'm not saying by like a mile, but
sure.
Yeah.
This
Sauce versus Diggs. That's going to be fun. Yes,
that's going to be very fun. Which is why like, you said DJ Moore. I was like, dude, I can't wait to see Jair Alexander on DJ Moore. Like, let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
Let's see it. Folks, I just want to thank you because we had over 5,100 people. I think we were
over 55 in here.
Were we over 55? Hell yeah, let's go, baby. I appreciate you. We're back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. GPS is freaking fracking here. We're rocking. What's our 3rd season now?
Yeah.
There we go. Time flies, baby. Time flies. So I appreciate you. Perna, what do you got coming out today, buddy?
I think I'm going to do a little winners and losers of Chiefs Lions.
Okay. I like it. I dig it.
Just testing it. See how it does for one game. But,
why not?
You did Lions Chiefs react last night. That'd be popping. What else you got today? Like,
I had the NFC North reaction to the offseason come out yesterday, too. Had a bunch of shorts, too. Jaguars. But, yeah, today I got the AFC North reaction to the offseason. I might throw in another video if I have time. I don't know if the thing with Adam Rank is going to be live. That's at 4. And then I have Friday night Q&A tonight.
Tits.
We rocking, baby.
Male tits.
It's effing football season. I cannot wait. Oh, my God. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It feels good to be back.
It's so good.
But,
folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you've reached your destination.
There you go. The terrible Scottish